Alright, welcome to the video, guys. We are going to be looking at an insane game that I played in the ELC Even 90, and this is on Prokhorovka, as you would expect. It's got to be Prokhorovka or Malinovka if the game is going to be freaking insane in the Even 90, right? So I'm in the Even 90. We're on the south side of the map, and what I'm going to do is kind of do an initial pass here. I'm looking to see if their Even 90 is going to come up into this bush. I decide to make, kind of an active pass here and noticed that I wasn't getting spotted, and this is very, very vital information to me because now I know that the Even 90 is likely not in here. I mean, there's a chance it could be still in here, right? But I like to do this sort of at the beginning of the game. I like to figure out where the enemy light tank is. I wasn't getting spotted. I'm still not getting spotted here. I'm going to drive down into the ditch here, and this is very, I'd like to note that this is a very aggressive play and very, very risky. Just keep that in mind. But I make a pass here, and I'm not spotted, so there's no one in the mid either, and this is rare, right? I'm not saying that you could do this every single time. You certainly cannot do this every single time on proc. But this enemy team was really bad because they took nothing in the mid here. The T10 is way over here. I know he doesn't have the view range to spot me, and now I can get right into this bush. And with CVS, look at this. It's like a Christmas tree lighting up on, Christmas Day or whatever. I mean, it's just, everybody is just lit up, and my team back here is having a blast. I'm having a blast. We're already at almost 4,000 spotting damage, and yeah. So what this Even 90 was doing, I'm not sure. He must have been way in the back or something like that. It's possible he was even sitting here, because this is a very common area now for light tanks to go. I also like this bush line. It plays almost as good as this one, but you're like 15 meters or 20 meters, whatever, further back, and it's less risky to get into. So I would note that this is a good spot. If he's here, though, it's not a good play, actually, because he's not countering me very well. So we're at 5,228 now, guys. Again, almost, now we're looking at getting close to 6K, and T95 starts to push up. And at this point, I need to kind of start running away from here because I know that my team is not going to be able to easily, hit or pen a T95 from this distance. I mean, you need to go for the cap or the very lower plate on the T95, and it's just not going to happen. So these guys are still pushing up. Look at ISU. He's still pushing up, and Even 90 appears. I think he was in this bush here, so I was close. I couldn't quite remember, but I'm coming back now, and I'm staying in the bush line. And with low noise exhaust, I can get away with this in the Even 90. I wouldn't try and do this in many other tanks, but with the Even 90, you can get away with stuff like this because I'm at like 51% concealment, right? So you just put one bush in front of you, and you have to get proxied at that point, right? Like, it's just insane. Like, this thing is just so OP on Prokhorovka if you know how to play it. And also depending on the situation, like there's been times where I get spotted way out because another light tank, was in a very good position. So, but yeah, with the CVS guys, like, CVS is vital, man. I can't believe I've run some of my light tanks without CVS, like, this whole time. Like, I run CVS now on every single light tank. I might have a secondary setup where I have like vents, V-stab, rammer, or something like that, where I'm on a map like Himmelsdorf. But oh my gosh, guys, like, I am. So we spot the enemy Even 90 there, and I'm trying to be a little careful, but I still didn't get spotted by him. If he had CVS, he might have lit me. But yeah, look how close we are to this T95, and you can see, like, I'm watching my little circle here to make sure that he's still out of my proxy range. But anyway, yeah, on the second setup, I might run something like I just said, guys, like rammer, vents, V-stab, whatever. Just to, counter getting like Himmelsdorf or Ensk. But I run CVS on almost everything now, and I also changed to running low noise exhaust. So my setup is like optics, low noise exhaust, and CVS on a lot of my light tanks, and I find that is a pretty damn good setup. I think I run that on like Even 90, T54 lightweight, and even on the LT432, but I have modify configuration in place of one of them. I run CVS, I think it's CVS optics and modify configuration on the LT432. But yeah, this is how I recommend that you guys set up your light tanks. Like, low noise exhaust, adding 6% concealment is insane with even 90, and you can make plays like this. But honestly, I've started being much more aggressive with my even 90, even on more open maps. Like, well, I should say not so open maps, like more city type maps. Prokhorovka is a very open map, but I mean more maps that don't have like bushes and stuff like that, right? Because with 51% concealment, you'd be amazed at how quickly you can get into certain places that is like only a few hundred meters away from the enemy and you're unspotted. So I started playing this tank a little bit differently, and you guys know I have like almost 1,900 battles in this tank. No, I think it's even more than that. Close to 2,000 battles in this vehicle. And still, like, I 3-marked it, yeah, but my percentage in this tank, and you can see I proxied the TVP there, so now I gotta get down. But even in my 1,900 battles with this tank, I'm still at like 82% on the mark or something now, because so many people have played this tank, and I feel like it's losing all of its magic in game, because every single player now knows where all of these passive scouting positions are. So I try and play the tank more aggressively and a little bit differently and get into these bushes that people wouldn't expect me to be in, right? So we're trying to throw off this WZ a little bit. He's sitting way back here, and this guy's up on the red line. He's doing a good job at that, at not letting people around him. He gets tracked there. I'm going to get one more into him here, and hopefully someone can kill him. Or he hits me instead of... But, yeah, hopefully someone can kill him before he turns again, and they do, and it's 10,078 spotting visible, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though I kind of rambled on about a lot of stuff, but this is what I like to do. I like to just talk about really anything in the game, guys, give you guys information that you might not have, and yeah, what an insane game this was. We only did 465 damage, and this is why I emphasize I don't care about WN8 in this thing. The WN8 was 492 for this game. We did over 10,000 spotting visible, 10 spots. So just keep that in mind. Assisted damage is not counting towards your WN8, guys. Alright, let's get a look at the end plates, because they're going to be phenomenal. And yeah, here we go. So this was a mastery. I like how here it doesn't even tell, it just says 10k. Like it rounds it because it's so much mastery, guys. We got these 2 badges here, and did 465 damage, and yeah, 1450 experience. The 2 badges. We are obviously top by experience. The damage is kind of irrelevant here, and here we go. We made 317k. We got a mission for 70,000. This, I believe, this is the most coin I have ever made in a game, because of running the clan boosters and also my personal reserves boosters. So it was 225k even with the standard account, and we did in total 10,518 spotting, guys. It was a 7-minute game, which is pretty short for proc. And again, we only fired 3 shots, penned 2 of them. I don't care about damage when I'm doing 10,500 spotting, guys. That is freaking ridiculous. And yeah, we have 1,932 battles in this tank, only 888 damage. That's it. But I think I averaged like 1,500 assist damage in this thing or something like that. So protect all your devices. I really don't care, man. These McAfee things been coming up more and more. Like, I have McAfee, it just gives me all these, I should like turn off notifications or whatever it is. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this game in the even 90. Again, if you're going to be playing the even 90, play it a little differently. Get into bushes that you wouldn't expect anybody to be in. You have to start changing up the way you play, because everybody plays these stupid even 90s now. Everybody. It's like the most popular tank being played right now, and people just get into all the common bushes, and it's allowing people to learn, even average players, it's allowing them to learn where all these passive scouting locations are. So now you have to, be even more aggressive and, really change up your play style and get into different passive scouting locations. You can do this in the even 90, but try it out. Change it up, guys. All right, that's it. Catch you for the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.